All right, welcome. It is time here for Saturday Taldore. The fun is ready as our crew, having investigated many of the things back.
Really good.
Investigating many of the things back near the river run. They've begun to make their way back and have been visited by a stag that seemed to have some celestial component to them and offered them an answer to a question. And as long as they knew the answer, they would bestow it upon them. In the meantime, we had left last session with many characters trying to decide precisely where they stood, what was going on, how they felt about recent events, and even their own futures, and what it looked like in that realm. And it is with this in mind that they all slept as they did their watches and are now back as the amazing bread of Bim's cabin goes through as it bakes on its own. And we join them within the middle of the Parchwood as it is nearing late afternoon, early evening as they've slept through the day. And as with that, we will come in. So, what would you all like to do?
Hi, what's for breakfast? Or
Well-
lunch? What time is it?
It's a good question. What time did we stop to rest?
It's pretty late, almost morning, I think, because it took us like 5 hours of wandering around in the woods to find one another.
The time is 8 hours later than that, at least.
So yeah, maybe lunch. What's for lunch?
Well, the cottage automatically makes sweetbreads. Those are always ready to go. Whatever we looks to Mortis and Elvie. Do you two have any ideas, thoughts? As our resident people who cook and bake.
I mean, I could make something.
Like shepherd's pie. Oh, it's so good. Can either of you make shepherd's pie?
No.
Aye.
I've never tried. What's in it?
Well, usually there's like potatoes and lamb meat and what else? Like peas and carrots, and you cook the meat in what is it? Whiskey.
I'm just gonna make some pastries.
Are they the special kind that's filled with random stuff, like
No.
shepherd's pie?
Can you make cinnamon rolls?
Hers explode though into huge fireballs of death. I don't know if we want to make those.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So she just makes some morning stuff, morning breakfast.
I think last we checked in, we're gonna head back to the Turst Fields to exchange the journal for information. Is it still what everybody's feeling like?
That's what we voted on.
Well, perhaps we should discuss our reasons for being here. I discussed this with Bim and Sayuri last night during our watch. What are our bigger goals as an adventuring group? I'm particularly concerned about the League of Miracles, wanting to know more about them and why they are trying to accumulate so many things and artifacts and power. Simply because they stole from the monastery I was at, but for other reasons as well, that we've encountered along the way. I also think it's related to what Bim and Sayuri mentioned of wanting to reclaim the Feywild. So I don't know why is it that you're looking to travel with us?
So mine was, because I kind of asked Bim if I could tag along. I've kind of loosely been searching for my brother, and then he mentioned that there's this whole Feywild thing that's going on, which I didn't know about, but apparently it might concern me being Fey and all that. And I didn't. And now I'm the first War Master of a domain, so I guess I'm a little bit immediately involved. And I didn't even really know about this. Oh shit! What was it? What was those assholes' names? The League. That was it. I didn't really know anything about them until all that stuff happened in Western. I didn't even know that there's a problem there. So they're just going around stealing stuff and gaining powerful items, and you were just kind of curious why, I guess.
Well, more than that, they've enslaved an entire herd of Goliaths.
No.
So there's more going on than just.
I mean, doesn't the Teodori have like a whole council that deals with that kind of stuff? Like big crimes like that?
Supposedly.
So can we just tattle on them?
We don't have
They've
proof.
also infiltrated. They've got a lot of sway over the council. The
We've
council,
had-
many
we've had
of the other cities are indebted.
We've had difficulties collecting proof that ties the League to these activities. We can show these activities are happening. We've had trouble tying the League to them.
I'm not sure how I could help take them down. I'll just go and hunt monsters mostly. Did you have like a set goal on how to bring about the downfall of a big organization like that? I don't know.
Truth be told, I think it's beyond us right now, but at the very least, I'd like to know what you're trying to accomplish.
Well, what if it's not just one thing? What if it's just a whole bunch of things? Like maybe they got their fingers in a whole bunch of different pies.
But why?
Yeah.
What do we know about the League? We know that they come swooping in whenever there's a disaster. Like so-called, I guess you could say, quote-unquote, heroes. But they lord that over where they've over the people that they've helped, because they set these exorbitant prices that these people can't pay back. They can't pay, so they're in the League's debt under their thumb, so to speak, indefinitely.
Do you have we could like kidnap one of their members and like question them for answers.
We could try.
So I think perhaps it's good conversation, but we may have gotten off topic. I think Mortis wanted to know why everybody was out adventuring. So Mortis is interested in taking down the League, and then I believe you said interested in the work we were already doing with the Feywild, right, Mortis?
As a act of friendship, yeah. To be honest, I'm a little more interested in the League, but
Okay.
I would be happy to assist you in your efforts in the Feywild.
And Jackson, it sort of sounded like you didn't have an ultimate goal except for now that you serve one of the queens of the Fey realm.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
be
you're
honest.
looking for your brother.
I don't make plans for things. I just kind of go and things happen. Like, I'm not a goal-oriented person. I'll just kind of go places and find out what's there, and then I'll go to the next place.
Elvie, what's your goal?
Right now, I'm just confused. I mean,
On what?
weren't we just around the League?
Well, that's what I said, but everybody has disagreed with me that it was the League. So I'm not sure.
Well, I didn't disagree. I was the one saying let's go deal with them.
They had a different symbol, but from what you were saying about that book, it sounds like they're working with the League, even if they're wearing a different symbol.
Well, I mean, it just seems to me if we're interested in investigating the League, why are we running away from the League? But my goals, I just need... Honestly, I'm just going to Whitestone right now. That's what I'm doing. And I thought, might could use an escort, but the longer and longer we're traveling, the less and less sure I need an escort. But since we're heading in the same direction, why not go together?
Okay, so we can forego going back to the Terse Fields, and I'll just try and figure out where this black obelisk is at Whitestone. And we can try and see if maybe we can take down this community of powerful wizards before heading to Whitestone.
This obelisk. What is it? What
Oh, Bim told me it's apparently this black thing that sticks up out the ground, because I didn't know what an obelisk was either. I had to ask.
it's tied to the League as well, or
It's where my sister is. She's been kidnapped and she's being tortured. Along with other Fae, many other Fae.
I think that Mortis's goal of this conversation is so that we could understand what everybody's goal is, so that nobody is overridden, or maybe, I mean, many of you are new to what we were originally doing. So we don't, at least I don't want to pressure you to go after protecting the Feywild if you have your own goals and agendas. And I think that maybe Moridus's agenda has also shifted from what it was. There is something that he's more concerned about. But I will tell you what I told Moridus last night. My priorities are Sayuri and the Feywild, and the Feywild above all else.
Can I respond to that?
Yes.
You said some of us are new, but as far as I know, some of you are new. I mean, me and Sheen have traveled together for a long time, and now you're all new to our adventure. So keep that in mind.
Right. I'm sorry. But I guess my ultimate statement was we were all new to each other, and some of us were already doing things when you joined, but we don't want to just assume that those are the same things that you want to do now. If you have your own goals, then we want to make sure that we're all working towards the same things. And if we're not, we need to know that. That way, when the moment comes, we don't have an issue with, well, what we all want to do is different.
Well, I'll say this. I barely know most of you. I mean, I've known Sheen a while, but I barely know most of you. I don't really prioritize any of you. I helped Moridus because he needed help. I stayed with Moridus because he needed help. I helped Jackson and Sheen because they needed help. I helped them, because you needed help. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I prioritize Sheen and then this other thing. But it's cool if that's what you do. I'm just letting you know that my priorities are, if this is a party and a group, maybe we should prioritize each other first. Otherwise, I think we're really going to have some problems.
It's kind of like that thing, like, it's like, if you can't save your friends, you can't save the Feywild.
That's true. But I don't know more of this, is what I'm saying. And I would have died to save him. Just like I would die to save any hypothetical people who were there.
I think you have a good point.
I'm walking.
And I think
So I guess my question is this. Are we really a traveling party, or are we just a bunch of people traveling together?
I'd like to think of us as a traveling party.
I don't know what the difference is.
Well, I think if we're going to become a party, here's what we need to do. We need to find a way to bridge gaps. So, sure, there are things I plan to do. There are a lot of personal things I have going on, but I don't necessarily feel like I should share all of them. At least not yet. Having said that, if Sayuri's sister needs help, I'll help. Because that's somebody who needs help and they're asking me for help, I'm going to help them. I think if there's an immediate concern, that's what I want to do. So if we're going down the road and there's somebody there on the roadside who has lost their children, I'm going to want to stop and help them. I didn't ask to be thrown in this group, and I still don't exactly know why your other, I don't even know if they were a friend of yours or just an acquaintance. I genuinely don't know. But why they chose me, still still a little up in the air. I have their notes, I have their letter, but even that can be a little confusing. So I'm thinking if they wanted me, then I should follow that instinct. So my priority is to do good, to do better. I have this power now, and I've never had power like this before. And since I have this power, I know that to use it in a harmful way is bad, or to ignore someone who needs it is bad. So yeah, that's why I was so adamant that we go back. And I know that the rest of you didn't want to, and I'm not even bringing it up to bring that up again, because I know that's a settled matter. But if you want to know me, that's just who I am.
That helps. The
I think we should. Sorry.
aspects of you folk that's like that I want to understand as we go forward, so that I know we're working in concert rather than chasing.
Fairy tales?
Yes.
Yeah. Mind meld.
Well, maybe if we go back, we can find more information about what's happening over there, and we can get.
Do fairies have tails?
Do what?
Do fairies have tails?
What kind of fairy? What are we talking about?
Not like he said chasing fairy tales. They're not.
He's talking about books. I keep fairy tales right here. I read them every night.
Oh, that kind of tale. I get it now. Okay.
Overlord, we've yet to hear from you. What is it that brings you to our group? What do you hope to accomplish by traveling with a party such as ours?
What brought me upon your group was chance. But I see people that are very motivated, and my immediate goal was to simply try to I'm being framed for a crime I did not commit, and I believe the League of Miracles is behind it. I was on my way to Whitestone to seek political refuge, so to speak, to try to resolve it. But to echo what Queen Elvie said, I mean, I'm not going to turn away from somebody that needs help. Queen Sayuri was trapped behind an ice wall, and I could have very easily ran off. I mean, I met her all of 5 minutes ago. It's just not in my nature to do so. And as just to voice on the matter of the League of Miracles, I have yet to understand how anybody can bring them down. But if it's disrupting operations here, there, one avenue at a time, that might cause a ripple effect. I just didn't think we were well prepared to go directly back. And Sayuri, if your sister's being tortured, nobody should have to go through that.
What'd you get framed for?
Some things were stolen, And
planted under your tent, and then the cops came and found you. They have an
That's-
MO for that.
Yeah?
Yep.
What's the memo?
I don't know. I just heard it before. I think it's like, no, I don't know.
The thing about councils and highborn a lot of the times is your word against somebody else's.
Yeah.
And the league has people in a lot of places, and to be quite frank with you, yeah, they appear as heroes, but I'm under the impression that a lot of the things that they are fixing is their own doing.
You know, maybe we could find someone to like place in the organization as like a secret agent. And they can work their way up the ranks until some of the people that get answers, like the true answers, and then they can tell us.
But my own standing in any council or anything like that, it's always going to come second to somebody that is that needs help now.
Oh yeah, right now we should go save the sister, obviously. Do you think the obelisk is like above the tree line? Like if we flew up there, could we see it?
Is it black to hide within the archwood?
Oh yeah. I bet it's really hard to find at night.
But going back to the thirst fields, if it'll give us a way of getting better acquainted with the camp to come back, along with information to seek out Sayuri's sister, that might help us on both endeavors.
Okay, so is the plan still to go back to the test fields, trade in the book, get information, and then use that information to go and try and find the obelisk in the woods? Is there still a plan?
I guess so.
I believe so.
Great. You know, if we hurry, we can get there tomorrow in time for the festival.
Okay.
I bet they have shepherd's pie. Sorry, it's just stuck in my mind. I thought about it once and now I'm in trouble. Anyway.
Well, I'm going to go get Serafina ready, and then we can get going.
Sounds good.
Okay. So there's about an hour or two before dusk here. The other thing. And so you're headed towards the Turst Fields?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't forget, you gotta
What about the?
hear thing a question.
That's before nightfall.
Yeah, so you're about 2 hours before nightfall.
Oh.
That's what
Well,
I just
before
said.
the nightfall? I thought, okay, so when that thing happened, I thought he was giving me 24 hours. If it's 2 hours, I need to know that.
Right. He said before nightfall. You guys slept during the day.
Right. I think his exact words were before the next nightfall, and that's where I got thrown off. So I didn't know if he meant this nightfall or the next nightfall. But if it's this
Gotcha.
nightfall, no problem.
Yeah.
I just need to know.
Yep. He meant before the sun set that day.
Okay. So this is interesting because I was going to do this a different way, but I think the conversation has now changed how Elvania is going to approach it. I think that she does walk away with Serafina for a moment, and then we'll say that she's going to go get some wood from the forest.
Unless you try and stop her, Harper's going to try and follow.
That's a good question. I think she will try to stop her. I think she will. I think she'll say, "Yeah, no, it's no big deal. I'll be right back."
Harper gives you a very concerned look.
Could you watch Serafina for me? That's more important.
Harper just nods.
Okay. Then you're able to wander off and start to move through the woods around the Parchwood.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I've completely changed this now. So she will say, she'll say stag.
Mm-hmm. And there's a brightening of light now that it's getting a little dimmer in the wood. As, again, not very close, off a bit, you see the shape once more.
Okay. Before I ask you this question, what kind of limits am I dealing with here? I mean, it's not really my question, but what kind of question can I ask you?
Oh no, you asked the question.
Not really my question.
Yeah, no. Anything that's in my knowledge.
Right.
I've lived here in the Parchwood. And it's where I tend to be. So there's more things in here I will tend to know. I am not all-knowing. I only know what I've physically been near to do or a conversation I have had.
Is this thing... I wouldn't know that. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you enough to know this isn't like a god or something.
I knew that. I was going to ask if it was something, but I don't think Elvania would know either way. So
Okay.
I'm going to kind of...
Got it.
Yeah. I think that where Elvania's at right now, in terms of mentally and everything, I have a letter. And she wants to produce the letter. It's the one from the prior queen.
Okay.
Does this thing give any... Can I do an insight check to read them?
Sure.
Net one. I don't know anything. Great. Okay, so Elvinia's just gonna go for it. I've read this letter, and there's one part that's really confusing to me. Sort of the last part of this letter. And I didn't really think I understood it until just now. My question is, can I hell yeah, let's go for it. Can I speak to Honeystar?
One has often run these woods. Who now wears her soul as a trinket. Find the trinket, you would be able to talk to her, given the right magics.
He said in these woods?
A man has walked these woods who now wears.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, I didn't say man, he said one has.
So find the man.
The one.
The one. I'm sorry. Find the one. And they have that means. Okay.
It'll be if you say that, be very specific. I'm just gonna as what he's specifically saying is that he has seen someone who has worn that, and then because he particularly said find the trinket, and the reason he's saying this is because you feel like he doesn't know if this person would still have it or not.
Okay.
He doesn't know because of the limitations of what the creature, and he just knows that at one time he has seen this person with that.
Okay. Okay. A trinket. A needle in a haystack. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Do you? And I would say, like, because you're getting a single question, but this isn't like some trickster god or something.
Okay.
They're willing to have a conversation about this.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah. Let's talk. What does this trinket look like?
It is the head of her.
Okay, so yeah, I know this man. Yeah, I definitely know this man. So if I have the complete body of this other person, that will open up a communication to this other person.
Really
Okay.
only need her head. That is what it's in.
Her soul?
Mm.
That's weird. I was told that her soul was in a other plane.
This is true.
So her soul is in another plane, but it's also in the head?
The other plane resides in this head.
Oh, extra dimensional headspace. Wow. That is some trippy stuff. This guy's got to be powerful.
He's made Sorry, they walk these woods having made many, many deals and have made many allies.
Yeah.
These allies have given many gifts.
Okay. Well, you know what? Good news. I'm traveling with people who always seem to run into this person, so I guess if I just stick around them, they'll eventually take me to them. All right. Any idea which direction they were headed?
Hmm. They entered heading north on the Alabaster Road before my attention turned elsewhere.
Okay. Alabaster Road, so that would be roughly toward. So that is technically toward the Whitestone area.
It is.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. Okay. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. That
Yeah. And for just information, he saw them about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yep, that tracks. Great. Okay. Thank you, Stag.
Thank you for what you have tried to do here. And they begin walking through the trees and vanish.
Good to know. So she'll go back.
Okay.
Jackson's in the process of putting the remaining muffins in his pockets for the road.
Mortis is just going to watch as he walks out the door to the cottage.
You'll find out later. Oh, who stole my muffins?
Did we have a wagon? I feel like I always forget.
No.
No. Oh, that's right. We had a wagon on the way to West Run, but not. Yeah, I
I
remember.
think we had to ditch it when we left the road.
Yeah.
No. I'm pretty sure it. Didn't we have it in Western?
We ditched it in the terse fields because we had to leave quickly.
No, we didn't have one then.
Yeah, we did.
I think that we left it with the big trunk.
Well, no, I think Mortis is right when because there was the
okay.
fog in the woods, and we left the road to avoid the fog, but we couldn't take the cart with us or something like that.
We had the giant elk to help us pull the wagon.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we left it in Western, and I think that we
Right.
left it with Rengar.
Yeah.
But I guess the point is, no, we don't have a wagon.
Currently, no.
It's a very long way around to nope, no wagon.
All right.
Speaking of the giant elk herd, we were supposed to stop at the Temple of the Archart. Does anybody know where we would find one?
Maybe it's the big obelisk. Also, who's the Ashram?
A god of some kind.
That's nice.
Of nature and the Fae,
Oh, he's a Fae god.
elves.
That makes sense. Growing up in Quinera, I didn't hear about all of them as often.
So, Bim, have you been to Archite Temple before?
I've seen one in some cities, but no. I just know because I don't know random bits of information that live in my head.
What do they look like?
I think at times it looks like a big stag, and other times it looks like an elf.
Oh, sorry. I'm at the temple.
Oh, buildings that look nature like.
Oh. I was just wondering if so I know what to keep on the lookout for.
I mean, there might be some in nature, like where druids or clerics of nature choose to hold them, I suppose. In which case they could look like a grove of trees or mountains. Yeah, we'll have to find one.
Do we need a compass?
Do you have a compass that points the way to a temple?
No.
Ah.
But if you know what direction the compass if you know what direction, you know what I'm saying.
So we'll go back to the test fields and keep on the lookout for trees that could be a temple.
Yes.
Okay. Can do.
Why were you looking for the Archite Temple again?
Because the elk told us to pay a visit as repayment for their help.
Yeah. It's true. Okay.
Which elk? What are we talking about?
The ones that pulled the cart over the over the rough terrain for us.
On our way to West Run, right before Nala went to check on the herd.
Oh, that's why I don't know anything about it. Okay. It's like, did I miss something?
Right, that's what Valdia doesn't know. Yeah. And there's only a few there. Okay, very good. So then you begin the rest of the day heading through the night of the Parchwood. Who's leading this nighttime walk?
I also have a weasel, giant badger, and a dire wolf out, and I'm going to be riding the dire wolf.
I can.
I have torchlight, and that's all I got.
What I'll do as it gets dark, I'll cast a dark vision on Bim and Jackson.
Cool.
Cast it on who?
I think she said Bim and Jackson.
Oh, nice. I always forget you can do that. This is trippy. And kind of spooky. I don't know if I like it.
27.
Like, what if I'm-
Okay, so you make your way lit up through the depths of the wood here. And who's leading? So we said Siri, so make a survival check.
It was Bim, and I made
It
a
was
survival
Bim.
Oh,
check.
it's Bim, I'm sorry. I missed
27,
it.
yeah.
Apologies. Wow. 27. Going very quickly then. You feel like you begin getting closer to the main area of the turf fields. The sky is warming up with dawn. And a little ways out, you already see there are around the area overnight, it seems, or potentially you've been gone a few days, there are decorations being put up all around. Oranges and reds primarily, things that can be lit up, and they even stream into the woods there are signs, mostly saying one thing saying no bears allowed, others showing pictures of bears. It says report to authorities should you see them, as well as a picture of a honey badger. All around. A bear looks like some of you would recognize it as a panda. Another two are two sun bears, a big grizzly, and of course the honey badger. Is be on the lookout. Guard your honey. Wanted for various thefts.
I mean, Bim, the good news is they're not looking out for like a night stalker creature with horns on the rooftops. We're all focused on bears now.
That's good.
Okay. Then already, Elvania is getting close here. You smell many things being cooked, being fried. All of you can also see that around the area of the Tris Fields, there are tons of barrels of alcohol that have been set up. People selling, people are frying bread and cake in preparation, and there are in the center here are about 12 different carriages, wagons that bear the semblance of various bands of the Doctor's Orchestra and many others. It seems that musical talent has been brought in, and other signs up here that you would see are things like any lawbreakers would be imprisoned and immediately sent to Restaurant, no questions asked. But already it seems in preparation, much of the buy and selling that you witnessed that was so chaotic is not happening. And this is a time where people are ready to kind of let loose, have an insane amount of fun.
Is there a pie eating contest?
Of course.
You know the great thing about pie eating contests, guys, is that win or lose, you still get to eat pie.
Is there a bake-off?
There are several competitions for that. So this is very much Autumn Festival. There's prizes for baking. So as a bake-off as you would enter it in, because like competitive baking only works on TV. And so you can enter something in for that. So there's people are entering in their best pie, their best jam, their biggest pumpkins, and those types of things to be judged. Kind of a very state fair is if you've been to one of those, that's essentially the atmosphere here is for the harvest and all the work that's been done. People are being recognized and submitting. Kids have made different arts and craft projects. Some adults have like large tapestries that they have sewn. These types of things that are also being judged.
Reminds me of the 4-H competitions that we have at our state fair.
Essentially, yeah, that's what it is. I mean, this is what essentially is going on.
Yeah, I'm looking for the pie eating contest immediately.
Okay. It is still morning, so you could definitely enter that in for later. And
Pre-game.
Yeah, get in that. So this is still what people are still sort of setting things up. They're kind of cooking ready. People are kind of getting a few fried meats and those types of things. And there is Also, you see one of the big things is mead and vast amounts of different types of honey tasting. And oddly, the honey is guarded by 15 guards, all with swords.
Is there like branding on the honey? Like, are they all made by a specific farm?
There's various honeys that have been submitted or bought from this, not a specific one.
Oh,
But there's various ones.
mentally check that off as something to do.
Definitely going to be making some foods to enter in these booths.
All right. What are you attempting to make?
Well, it depends on what types of competition it is. Like, is it a pie? Is it a meal? Is it a
There's definitely places for bakery.
okay? Then yeah, I'm going to be using. I'll enter. I'll go ahead and start setting up an area so I can make some pies and cakes and cupcakes and different things.
Would Mortis be able to buy ingredients to make shepherd's pie?
Yeah, definitely. I can still see people are doing those goods and those types of things.
Cool. So he would do that. You'd also pick up a new set of cooking tools since his are now gone, and probably a pack to carry them around in.
Amazing. All right.
Moore would like to accompany Sayuri around. I'm guessing Sayuri would have her cloak up as well.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. And Alvania, as you get to go in this, one thing you notice is that all the baking competition, there is a for all the blue ribbons, there is a 500 gold prize. And there are 10 categories in which you get this blue ribbon of that. And it is sponsored by the Slayer's Cake.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And already there are samples of Slayer's Cake honey that is out, as a lot of things here seem to be sponsored within that, especially that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm entering all of them.
I love it. Yeah, where are you going to bake?
Where?
Yeah, what
I'm
are you
gonna-
going to use to bake?
Well, I'm going to use my cooking utensils. I'm going to use my box for ingredients, and I will kind of set up my own little area.
For an oven.
I don't need an oven.
What do you use? I'm trying to remind me what you use then.
Well, it depends on. Well, okay. It depends on what's available. I'll put it like that. If it's not available, then I'm going to be doing this a very different way.
Okay.
Is there a oven?
There's not like a public oven or anything. People generally made these and brought it. You could try to find one. I'm trying to get the setting of what Ivanyan's doing.
Oh, okay. Well, I will try to locate an oven.
Okay, so for instance, like if you wanted, you had all of you had stayed in an inn. If you want to inquire there, they might be able to help you out.
Yeah,
You do know the home or whatever. Yeah, that's all. Just I think introducing yourself and you kind of say what you want to do. Generally, they go, right. We kind of closed down anyway. Tell you what. Do you have anything that you have made before?
Yes, I do. I've got
May
quite
I-
a few things.
May I try it?
Of course. And she will she's actually got on her right now. Well, she's at mostly breakfast pastries right now.
Bim reaches in.
Morning.
Not Bim. Jackson reaches into his pocket to get out a muffin to hand to him. He's like, "Aye, we're my muffins guy." Someone stole my muffins.
If they
We're
were
my muffin thief.
If they were the muffins that Elvie made, they would still be there. If they were
Although
just
the-
the ones that the house automatic or the thing automatically makes every day, those
So there are
disappear.
less muffins. There's about half as many muffins as there's a muffin thief about, which means they immediately get put in jail and go to West Run. I read the sign.
Okay. So is this a muffin or a breakfast pastry they're giving him?
Well, I mean, maybe you have something better preserved. 'Cause these are pocket muffins now. I don't know if you want to use it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got plenty of things.
It still tastes good though.
And yeah, I will produce a. I will produce a cupcake.
Okay. Oh, excellent. They kind of cut it a little bit. They start prodding it, like they're really inspecting it. They eat it. Let's see. And when did you bake this?
When did I bake it?
Mhm.
About an hour ago.
Oh, great. Perfect. Tell you what. I'll let you. How about a deal? I'll let you use the kitchen, the oven, and in exchange, you make sure everyone knows you made these at the Bloody Paw Tavern.
All right. Really? Are you sure that's the name you want for your tavern?
I mean, it's been there for quite a while.
All right. I'll mention it. I'll definitely have a sign up.
My father made it that way for about 15 more years ago when he tried to attack some bears, trying to steal things. He
Oh.
swear he injured one, called it the Bloody Paw to keep him away.
Oh, that's actually pretty clever.
All right. Excellent. So, yeah. So, basically, official sponsor, you say all your goods come from here. Of course, you're the one baking your talent. Then we have an accord.
Sounds like it.
All right. Feel free to use anything in there. And good luck at winning. And just sort of smiles and hands you a key, actually. Here. Goes, I'll need that back.
Of course. And she hands it back.
No, I need that back eventually. Give it back to me tonight.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry, it's just good. All right. And you can see they kind of do like a little bit of a prayer as they mention, thank you, Everlight, and continue.
Yeah, so I'll just take Seraphina in there with me, and the two of us will begin our baking journey.
Just at the beginning, Jackson follows them and he's like, is there like a way you can maybe like magically clean this place before you start working in here?
I can do that.
Just a thought. Like,
I'm gonna use like my sugar and spice spell to start cleaning up the area and making it smell sort of like cake and frosting in here.
Nice.
do you need me for anything?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to chop some things, I can show you.
I'm good at that.
Great. Let's start you off on something a little smaller.
Arcana Sky.
Yeah, we start playing Overcooked.
Okay, very good. I had that time I was recording it and slime things. It was just fun. Okay, so um, very good. So you begin the baking there. Anybody else getting up to some shenanigans?
I think Mortis would do some cooking himself, and certainly would enter some carrot cake into the baking competition.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely a cake category, and these are like very like wide. It's not like carrot cake, raspberry cake. It's like just cake. There's just these things that kind of go.
He's also going to attempt to make shepherd's pie for the first time ever and see how it goes. And if it goes well, he'll enter that too.
Yeah. I don't know if you need to roll insight or something, but the ingredients that Jackson gave you for shepherd's pie is more than likely incomplete. There's probably more to it than that.
Amazing. All right, so you need to try to make this work. All right. Is anyone there with him, or is this just Mortis by himself?
Well, I imagine I don't know. I'm imagining sharing the kitchen at the inn, because unless I can convince Ben to open up his kitchen so I can cook in his kitchen.
Yeah, you do need the kitchen, so
I totally can. We just have to find a place big enough. I look around.
I mean, you'd have to go outside of the town a little bit, but you'd eventually be able to find a space.
You'd have to walk a bit.
Is there a park? Just like a local park?
No,
Park.
I mean, much like this, like all that type of space, like is taken up. There's people who've come from all around. So as you approach, you see like a lot of people have like set up temporary tents and these types of things around. So like it is like full on a while. Like people from different farms, all around from the 50 miles to 100 miles around have traveled here to compete and to celebrate. So you have it kind of spread out. So I would say you have to get a good, like, probably 2,000 feet away before you really find a place that you think you could put the cottage there.
Well, I need Jackson to taste test it anyways, so perhaps I'll just share if that's okay with you, Elvie. Elvie?
Oh, I was muted. Sorry. Can you repeat that one more time?
Perhaps you can perhaps we can share if that's all right with you, Elvie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Wait, taste test what?
Well, you just mentioned shepherd's pie. I'm going to try to make something.
Do you need any ingredients?
Well, I was planning on picking up some things from the market, but
Carrots, potatoes, peas, meat, whiskey.
Can Elvania do like a check to see if he knows the ingredients to
Yeah,
D&D equivalent of shepherd's pie?
well, who wants to do a check? Mortis, would you like to?
I would. Mortis to be trying to figure out what to add to it and how to modify it so that these things could actually come together.
Okay, so you're thinking Elvie might try to figure out the ingredients and you would figure out the recipe.
Yeah.
Is that how we're thinking this? Okay, both of you using So Elvie using intelligence and Mortis using wisdom would do the cooking check.
Okay.
Intelligence. Jeez.
Well,
All
because
right.
you're trying to remember if you know these things.
All right.
This is a
Oh.
history, more or less, but allow it to be a cooking if you have utensils.
I have utensils.
Yeah, so that's your proficiency. So your intelligence plus your proficiency is basically the roll.
Okay.
And for Mortis, it's wisdom plus proficiency.
Wisdom point. Okay.
Ooh, nice. Dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you're able to get like the general idea of the meats that would go into it, and it's mostly what Jackson said, that there's like a potato on top and all these peas and carrots and everything that said goes into the meat. And I would say there's cow and lamb are very popularly used.
Mortis is looking at these ingredients and he has no clue what to do with them.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 2 on the die, so it's a total of 9.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the best part about shepherd's pie is that it's really hard to fuck up. Like, that's one of the best things about it.
I don't think that's true, Jackson.
Okay, so
Alright.
you've got a really good list of ingredients, Mortis, and whatever.
No idea what to do with them.
Yeah, because Elvie's gonna have to bake. She has to spend her time baking.
There you go, Martis. You know what to do with this. She'll pin it up for you.
Okay. So that you about getting the required ingredients that aren't not hard to find. Especially for competition. If you kind of say you're trying to do this for competition, people will they wouldn't normally be selling today, but they'll go, okay, here you go, to kind of support everything. And when they do, there's like this little, they'll go, as the light bringer asks us, is they kind of bring it. All right, what are the rest of you punks up to?
If Sayuri is going to turn in the book, Bim would stay near her, but wouldn't necessarily go in with her if she didn't want him to. He would stay close.
I'd accompany her as well, unless she told me not to.
Also, Sayuri.
Yeah, she would be looking to find the meeting spot today, and the only person that has been with her during this has been Sheen, so she would recommend for the other two to stay out.
Okay. Then you find the writings like you had before, and this leads again away from everything, but to a stand called Herbert's Honey Tasting, where there's, much like you've seen before, there's people here who seem to take up everywhere, so it's hard to find a place to sit. A couple of times, some seem to recognize you, and they get up and make room at a table. As a different person you've seen before, you see always a different person kind of comes up and goes, "Oh, right, miss. What can I get you?" You see that this gentleman is a tiefling, and their skin has a very strange color to it. It's like purple and orange and blue. It's odd. It's a color, but it's one color.
Okay, I missed some of that because my headset, I accidentally unplugged my headset. So this person looks like what?
tiefling gentlemen. Their horns come out like horizontally from their head,
Mhm.
almost like handlebars, and they have the skin color that seems to be some type of combination of purple and blue and orange, but it's like a single color.
Okay. I'll lay down 10 gold. And I found something.
I see. And he takes out a little book, begins moving over, and looks at you. I see the entry. And takes the gold. I will. And just sort of says, yes, you wish the raspberry honey.
Yes.
And after some time, he brings back a silver platter with a shot glass of honey on it.
She'll take it. She's still wary about sweets from strangers. She'll look at him and she'll kind of mime drinking it.
Oh, he kind of leaves.
Oh, okay.
He kind of gives it to you, and he just kind of puts it there.
She'll taste it first, like dip her finger in it and taste it.
Tastes amazing, sweetened, and a little bit of the raspberry sour worked in. Do you go ahead and drink it?
Yeah.
Okay. And you kind of, there's this odd tingling that kind of happens that almost scares you from your past experiences until you see writing that has a slight blue glow now upon the platter.
Mm-hmm.
It simply says, "Turn me over."
I'll turn it over.
To turn over, there is a symbol that you barely have time to truly notice before there is the tiniest of flashes. And the surroundings around you are now of a darkened room with torches on the walls and
This is gonna
a
kill
heavy
me.
oak table.
Oh God, this is gonna kill me.
Did Bim just watch her disappear?
He's right outside. He's outside, right?
She left you outside.
Yeah.
I mean, this is sort of like a thing. If you were really paying attention to her, you kind of saw her push it, and then she simply wasn't there.
Yeah, like his intent was to watch from a distance.
Yeah, watching from a distance, and from a distance, you're not able to see the flash. You just see, like, I mean, literally as if she was badly cut out. This,
Oh God.
He's just a bad edit.
no, it's-
Gone.
Oh no, she's just freaking out at this moment. Oh my God, Bim's gonna kill me. Oh no, I didn't know I was gonna be transported somewhere else. What is happening as she looks around?
Bim
There-
grabs a piece of paper. Next time, chat with Sayuri. Discuss her probably picking an heir, so the Feywild doesn't lose this power.
There is the creaking of stairs. Before a piece of the wall seems to, by itself, almost become one with itself to the right, revealing a darkened room where you see feathers adorning a powerful body. Walks in, hands clawed, and you see the large eyes of an owlbear. And then it sits in a chair and begins to speak.
I do hope, Your Majesty, you don't mind the little inconvenience of movement.
No, I think my Bim would mind though. I'm so sorry. Who are you?
Names are not something we give freely. You have all know that.
Makes sense, yeah.
As for your Harrigan friend, I'm sure you've realized they're highly strung. We'll have you back in no time.
Okay.
I understand you cured what we need.
I did, but I have concerns.
Of course, if you identified it, which I'm sure you did.
Yes.
What are your concerns?
The people that were using this for the wrong reasons. And I'm sure you're familiar with the League.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, I don't know if this was an offshoot of the League, but they were, and she'll describe the symbol that was seen. Are you familiar with them?
Yes. I don't know the symbol, but I know the League.
Yeah.
And while I wouldn't interfere directly, I am more than happy to indirectly interfere with the idea.
Yeah. I want assurances that this is not going to be used in the wrong way.
I think you'll be more than happy where it's planning to be used.
Okay.
We all have different realms, and I, while not directly connected to your wilds, am a part of it.
Oh. Okay.
The book has no ill intention towards you of your kind. If it happens to make the League's day miserable, that's all the better.
Inside check. Do I believe her? Or him? Or
Him.
them? Him.
It.
Them. Do I believe it? This owlbear.
Roll that insight.
16.
I'm telling the truth. The League's a bunch of dicks.
Alright. She'll pull out the book. And she'll set it on the table in front of her.
Thank you. He will put his hand on the book and extend a map in the other hand.
And she'll grab it. She'll take it.
It's a map to the Umbra Hills. Type of base there, I haven't been able to get much more information on that, but everyone's favorite asshole, Rumbo Guard, was supposed to rendezvous there with the people holding Southern. And I will say I am impressed with your line, as she made quite a mess of them, and they had to, reprocess the plans. As of right now, she's being held in a cave a few miles off the Alabaster Trail. It is listed on the map. I will say beware, and I do hope you get there before Rumblegard does, because he is in league with the League, in that he is trying to, what's the word these humanoids use? Siphon their power to create some kind of source of power for the League.
Yeah, that's what he told me he was going to do to me.
Well, hopefully that map will get you there in time to save your sister from that fate. It was a pleasure, Your Majesty. And I'm going to send her back.
Oh, bye.
Sorry, Courtney. Courtney, is there anything else you wanted to try to get there out of that interaction? I'm gonna give you the chads. If there's not, that's okay. I just didn't want you to feel like that was.
No, I
You
just.
can
I can't even remember now. It was just over so quickly. I'm like, okay, yeah, bye.
He's got shit to do.
Have you been in any long-term relations?
Yeah. So what I'm getting from Miss Albert is they are, but they aren't associated with the Feywild.
Yes.
So that would be something like maybe they have an alliance or something like that.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
they're not biologically Fey, nor
Yeah.
do they live in the Feywild, but they care.
Okay.
So like Elvie.
Like, yeah, Elvie's the queen. Yeah. Okay. All right. So she'll just kind of nod at him before he sends her back. Yeah, that was the only thing I was confused about.
Okay, great. I gotta go plate things to kill you.
All right. And she's just sitting at the table where she started with a map in her hands. She's looking around going,
Yep. Then you see her back out.
I should probably go out to Bim before he murders me.
And the tiefling comes back. Goes, thank you for enjoying this. I trust that everything was to your satisfaction.
She'll stick the map in her bag. It was. That honey is great, by the way.
And he
Can I
smiles.
get some more?
Brings up another glass of the honey.
She'll put another 5 gold down for the honey, just for the honey.
Seriously, it's like 2 silver. You could just keep that. That was for the other thing.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah. And she'll just down that honey and then leave. Hi, babe.
As you do, you see someone else come at the table almost immediately as they look, and it continues as you all see Siri return.
Well, I got a map to where Sayuri is, or Sayuri, Silfarin. I can't even talk today. I'm so sorry. I have a map of where Silfarin is, and Rumblegard has a couple weeks on us, and we need to be quick about this. He's doing to Silfarin and the other Fae that he's captured what he was planning on doing to me. Drain them, use them as a power source to help the League.
Well, that's just spectacular. So what should we do now?
I think everybody else has something that they're doing.
Yes.
I guess we're gonna have to wait.
Yes. Well, we sit here and people bake goods, our people potentially can be tortured.
Well, we can't do it by ourselves. Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So fair and strong. She gave them a lot of hell. And they're having to restart, so hopefully it's bought us some time. Maybe we can just try to enjoy ourselves just for today.
Sure. What would you like to do? There seems to be a lot of honey to taste. These things usually have games of some sort.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to do, Everler?
Find a bell.
Find a bell?
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe fashion it into a bit of a necklace of sorts.
She's just looking at you, so confused right now. Why would we need a bell as a necklace?
She would be able to stop it from making noise. And Bim just picks a direction and starts walking.
Oh, you should try some of the honey that I had, Bim. Maybe we can get some for tea. It was raspberry honey.
Well, we can definitely keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. In that case, we're going to go ahead and go to our break and come back with second part of our episode here. See you then. All right, time to come back. Okay, so all right, we've got the bakers, the baking people trying to find. Is there anything Erviler is trying to find in the festival
Just trying-
of interest?
Just trying to keep it low profile.
Mhm. Very good. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Uh, 16.
16. Absolutely. As you begin to look around, there are some interesting, well, I would say an interesting face that you see. You recognize a small blonde gnome moving around here that has armor, who you know from your time in Amon as Pike Trickfoot. And she is talking, checking on preparations. You can see she's even like volunteering and assisting in the intake of entries. But generally she's there helping the whole festival go very well. But you would be very familiar with who she is.
He is, but I'm awestruck. Sorry. I would approach her.
Okay. Now remind you, being accused of a crime from Amon.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm seeking refuge with one of her friends.
Okay, right. So comes up. She looks up. Well, hey there. Oh. You're just out and about, very public.
Well, I was hoping the cloak would help try to hide me.
Right. Well, what do you have to enter?
Here, along with some friends I've come across along the way on our way to Whitestone.
I think Sayuri and Bim are still with him.
Yeah, you would have come.
Yeah.
Goes. Oh,
This is Sayuri. This is Bim.
okay. Well.
Hello.
She kind of looks and goes, if you're looking for work, we could have you escort some sugar supplies that I can totally buy for you to escort.
That would be wondrous.
Okay. And she stands up and goes, well, if you have nothing to answer, then that's fine. She goes, gets in close. She goes, listen, there are other people, some of the ones who do not like you here, so watch it.
Noted.
I'll arrange something for y'all to have some cover to go to Whitestone.
Are you? Oh, he doesn't know Rumble, so never mind.
Just we okay. We do know Lord, well, I know me and my friend have met Lord Percival.
Yeah.
And one of my friends have. But
Good
there's
for
been
you.
problems with Faye going missing around in
Yes.
Whitestone.
Has been.
including
I
my
have-
sister.
Oh my! I have heard of that. Yeah, this would at least. Things are interesting. I'm glad I actually found you. She kind of looks because there's one people going, "Oh, hurry up!" She goes, the city might be watching for people. If you've had incidents, it could even be you. So this might be useful as a shipment coming in, especially under the Slayer's cake.
Okay. Yeah. And she'll whisper to Ben, Elvania will be delighted on that. All right.
Yes, perhaps we should let her know that. I'm sorry. This is who again?
Wait a minute. Is that cuddle cake, Ivania?
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone brought me one of those.
Oh, what was it? What kind of cuddle cake was it?
It was delicious. I'll see if I can make a trip to Whitestone. Maybe I can meet this Elvania, but I'm busy now. All right.
Elvania is entering some stuff.
Well, maybe I'll meet her. All right. Next. Oh, wow. That's a big cow. Let's go here. Let's see this.
Okay. Let's
That
move along
was-
then.
Interesting. Is she Fae?
What?
I didn't feel any Fae energy from her, but she acts kind of Fae.
Some people just do.
Okay. Well, an interesting person, I guess.
Who is that?
Yeah, who is that?
She was one of the members, or she is one of the members of Vox Machina. They
Oh,
fought the Chroma Conclave.
Oh, one of the co-owners of the Slayer's cake.
Oh.
Right.
Hasn't somebody
Okay.
said something about the Vox Machina doing something or knowing something about something that we need to know?
I mean, they've done lots of things. Lord
I'm sure I've heard the
Percival-
name.
Oh. Okay.
All right, but I think we should let Elvie know that she's here.
Do
And
we?
I guess maybe one of the judges.
Do you know where LV went?
Didn't
I didn't. I don't know where she went.
did we separate before the inn or after the inn? I know because Mortis asked me if he could use the cottage, and then no, he said he was going. Yeah, I'll take us there.
Okay.
Unless there's other things you want to look at and purchase.
Just the honey, but that's
Okay,
fine.
well. It's really weird. It's like the street is lined with honey, but it's all locked behind stuff. So
Yeah, I just wanna- I
we'll have
wanna-
to, like, on the way there, we could try honey and then buy some.
I just want some of that raspberry honey. It was really good.
Did they say who made it? Was there a name on the jar? Or you probably didn't see the jar.
I did not see the jar.
Well,
They just brought me a shot glass of honey, and I just
okay.
yeah.
Well, maybe I can go back and ask them where it comes from.
Or you know what? Let's just head that way, and if we see honey, we can ask them if they have raspberry honey.
Okay.
That works.
So, go ahead.
We make our way to the Bloody Paw, and if we see honey along the way, we look for it and buy it. Then probably buy some anyway.
Yeah.
Whether it's
I would,
raspberry or not.
I would say going back there looking for just honey is hilarious. But yeah, there's there's fruit infused honey that you can tell probably is what they were serving. This is Tova's honey.
Okay. How much is it?
Each shot of the honey is 2 silver.
Okay, and how much is it for like a thing of honey?
Oh, that would be 2 gold.
Okay, I'll buy a thing of honey. And she looks at it, doesn't know what to do with it, because everything she usually gets that's like this is usually gets stuck in Mortis's bag. And she's like, I don't know what to do with this.
Bim will hold out his hand.
And she'll hand it over.
He'll put it in his bag that he carries at his side.
Okay.
It's not a bag of holding, but there's lots of stuff in there.
Okay.
And then he'll buy 2 more jars and put them in there. And then head back.
Nice.
So it occurs to me that I maybe should have asked how small you wanted the pieces of things I'm cutting, because I just kind of kept going, and now it doesn't look so much like anything. It's just some mush. Is it okay?
Elvania had given you like ingredients that she didn't mind getting thrown away.
Oh, good.
He gave you like the child's job at the table. While we were cooking, and Mortis is there cooking, I think that Elvania is going to kind of, as she's baking things, make her way over to Mortis. So, Mortis,
Yes.
can you tell me more about this Rumble Guard person?
I can tell you what I know. There's a lot that I don't know. We first ran into him as we were leaving Whitestone, where he basically set up a trap for us and nearly killed Sayuri. Seems to be a trend for him. He knew his stuff. He knows a lot about Fae. He knows how to hunt Fae. From what I understand, Honeystar tricked his son into climbing out a window and falling to his death. And it kind of spurred a vengeful streak in him that, well, he hasn't let go of. And it seems to have grown because it goes beyond simply worrying about the demise of Honeystar and really trying to bring about the fall of all Fae. And he hunts all Fae now.
So you do know about that part.
About the hunting thing?
Oh, about the kid part.
Yeah. Yeah, Honeystar had shared a fair bit of the details with us, though I always got the sense that there might be something she had left out.
Like what?
I'm not really sure, because the story seemed rather complete, but it's one of those things where you expect a twist, but then there's not actually a twist.
Or maybe the twist hasn't come yet.
Yeah.
Jackson is over like cutting nothing because he's listening over.
Hey, Jackson, what is this shepherd's pie supposed to look like again when it's done?
Ah, see, that's really cool part because like the thing you put it in has like the layer of potatoes, like mashed potatoes over the top of it, and so everything inside is like a surprise.
Oh. And he's looking at what he's got in front of him. Actually looks more like a stew right now. I think I'm going to need some more potatoes.
I can't go wrong with more potatoes. I'm sure it's going to be great. I believe in you. I ran out of things to chop up. Is there anything else?
Yeah, there is. She like randomly grabs a piece of like a huge loaf of bread and puts it on the chopping block. So let me ask you two something. If you had knowledge of something and you weren't sure if you were supposed to share that knowledge because the knowledge wasn't really supposed to be for you, it was supposed to be for someone else, and you don't know if therefore the person who wanted the knowledge shared was for someone other than the person that it was shared to, would you share the knowledge, or would you keep it to yourself and hope for the person who wanted to get needed to get the knowledge from the other person to eventually get the knowledge, and then they can choose to share it?
Does sharing the knowledge hurt someone?
Well, it might.
I think you probably shouldn't.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, but there is one thing I can say. So I have reason to believe that Rumbleguard is heading toward Whitestone.
So are we. Nice.
Right.
We're just right on the way there. Ambush.
Historically, he's been much better at that than we have, so it would be nice if we could set that up.
Just to set up bread?
No, an ambush.
Oh. Yeah. Great idea. We should do that. We should create an ambush.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I know where he's going to be first, though.
Well, Whitestone, right? He's going to be in Whitestone. So if we set up an ambush in Whitestone, we ambush him in Whitestone.
Well, is he going to Whitestone or is he going to the Obelisk?
Well, okay, I don't actually know if he's going to Whitestone. I just know he was heading north on the Alabaster Road.
Oh. Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Do you know? So you don't know if he's going to Whitestone. Do you know where he's going to be along the? That's our real problem. We need to know where he's going to be specifically and when he's going to be there.
Well, my source told me they had seen him 2 weeks ago heading north on that road.
That's a lot of time to go there and back again.
I wonder if they were in Whitestone to begin with and they were heading back to Whitestone. Is that where his kid died?
I don't know. The location that these events happened I don't think, was ever made clear. I know that it was his cottage, wherever he lived at the time, but I don't think Honeystar ever mentioned the where.
Well, no, I don't think she did either, at least not based on what I've read. But she seemed optimistic.
Hey, Ellie, do you have a better knife? This one's really bad at cutting bread.
Yes, I have. She
It's just
opens up a
machinette.
drawer, takes out like a huge steak knife. Here you go.
Yeah. Bigger knife. Nice. Ha.
Oh yeah, those are crouton shapes now. That's good.
Yeah. Sorry, what were we talking about?
Oh, just cook talk.
How does the
Well,
obelisk play into it? That seemed important, right? Like there was a clue. Some shiny person sent that to Sayuri,
Yeah,
the shiny guy.
the
told
guy
her
in
that-
line.
Yeah, the guy waiting in line sent the message about the obelisks. I thought it might be important.
Well, maybe the guy in line knows something about that thing too.
Yeah.
Can we just call him Line Guy? Because I can't pronounce his name.
Line guy? Yeah, sure. Line guy. But then, could it be shiny guy? Because that's what Sayuri says every time. And I'm going to get confused if we're calling him line guy and she's calling him shiny guy.
Well, he could be the line shiny or shiny line guy.
Okay. Like with a hyphen. Shiny hyphen line guy.
Shiny guy in line. In line and shine. Line and shine.
Aha, nice. I can remember that one because it rhymes.
Jackson, you said this uses whiskey. Do you think I could use mead instead?
I didn't put that on the ingredients list.
No, like, so you're supposed to, after, like, while you're cooking the meat by itself, like, you cook it in the whiskey. And then it soaks it in. And then it gets added in. Oh, did you put it in the whole thing? I haven't tried that. It might be good. Then the carrots and the potatoes and the peas all taste. Yeah, that might be. Sure. I don't see why not. Go for it. That's what I always say about cooking. That's not true. I don't cook, so that's not something I say.
Well, you do have to experiment. That's true.
Hmm.
Then you'll have your
Yeah.
own recipe.
Yeah. So, yeah, you should be writing this down as you're making it, just in case. Like maybe you're making something new. Maybe like shepherd's pie plus. And then people are like, what's the plus for? And you're like, it's just a secret recipe.
The plus is for your secret ingredient, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you don't actually add a secret ingredient, but people think you do. It's just regular shepherd's pie, but it's plus. And then people assume.
Elvania and Serafina share a collective look and shrug.
Just like eating part of pieces of bread. Cutting it up. When's the competition? How long do we have to make this stuff?
I think we're almost done with most of the stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just had to make 10 things, 10 items.
10?
10, yeah. Because there's 10 competitions.
Oh, man.
Matt, I got a question. Can I cast Bless on the three of us to help us cook?
Isn't it blessed like what, 10 minutes?
It's a 1 minute spell.
So 1 minute. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
For
no.
1
like,
minute.
Yeah, things like guidance don't work for long tasks. Neither does
I figured.
blast. Like it would. Yeah, no.
Can you divine intervention yet for how this turns out?
Yeah. Even inspiration would be rough for this. Okay, very cool. So, yeah, let's see here. So, is Elby just trying to politely not use the things that Jackson?
She's trying to teach Jackson a bit at a time. So she's
Okay.
currently teaching him about the different utensils in the kitchen and what each one does. And she hasn't quite promoted him to creating the ingredients yet. But
Okay.
if there is like a simple ingredient that he can work on, she would definitely give that to him.
Right, that makes sense to me. Yeah, like if he does a good job with some of it, you go, "Oh, I'll take that piece."
Is there an ingredient that needs to be minced?
It's up to but Elvie. So, what are the 10 things Elvie's making, or 2 of the 3? Like some of the let's say like things like the cupcake competition. What is she making for that?
There's a specific. Oh no. Well, for the cupcake competition,
Yeah,
she would.
I'm not gonna go all 10. Let's just do the cupcake. Let's focus on one.
Okay. I guess that she would have created kind of well, I mean, how many cupcakes are we talking about? Like, is it supposed to be like a whole pan of them, or is it supposed to be like a singular cupcake that she has to make?
It would be a cupcake entered in.
Okay, a cupcake. Well, I mean, it's got a tender base, you know. It's got all the standard ingredients, you know, butters, eggs. I
Flour.
don't make cupcakes in the real world.
I gotcha. Okay.
she's,
Visually describe it. Like the topping, right? The thing that really.
Well,
gives it-
obviously, yeah. I mean, okay, so you got a frosting, which is like buttercream and
Right.
maybe some cream cheese on there or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I
I was thinking like colors. If you did, she
Oh,
was doing a shade.
yeah,
she was
she-
trying to.
think because she's from the realm of Frisch, there's definitely going to be rainbow sprinkles on this thing.
Okay.
And it's kind of got a white frosting with some patterned in swirls, and
Okay.
so it definitely is a it sort of melts in your mouth as you
Gotcha.
inhale it.
Is it topped with pumpkin spice, but better?
Not this one, no. She's saving that.
Sounds of war drums.
Had like maybe a tea that go along with it, and you know,
Okay.
just to really sell it.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'd say yeah, I would say between all the time you're taking and you are like, I think Elvie seems to be like in her element, like helping and talking. So go ahead and give me your utensils check with advantage.
Okay. What's the modifier I'm using?
It'd be your so this would be wisdom with proficiency.
Okay. 23.
Okay. Very good. Cupcake. Very good. So using the ingredients, you produce it, and then why don't you go ahead and give me, so doing the 10 things, I'm gonna say we're gonna do the and you can just like do these and message me the results, but we'll do 4 more rolls
Mhm.
at straight, because you put your most time into the cupcake. That's kind of like the idea here. Like the cupcake's the main piece, and then the other 4 you can go rolls. The bottom 5, because you're trying to do all this at once, are going to be made with disadvantage.
Okay. All right, so 4 straight rolls, correct?
Yep, and then 5 disadvantage.
All right.
And you can just record those while we move.
Okay.
All right. Then Mordis, you and the shepherd's pie.
Well,
Okay.
he's making his signature carrot cake for the competition. The shepherd's pie is like if it turns out okay, he'll think about it.
Okay, so the carrot cake for the competition. Cool.
Yeah.
So similar, I'll let you do advantage for the carrot cake. Wisdom proficiency.
Well, that's a 19 on the die for the first roll, and a natural 20 on the die for the second roll,
Ooh.
for a total of 27. And this is my
Amazing.
signature dish, so anybody who eats it now gets a +5 bonus to their perception checks.
Jackson
So the-
is eyeing the cake so hard.
Amazing.
As your hand reaches in, you just get slapped away by a trunk.
Very cool. All right, now give me a cook tools check with disadvantage for this maybe shepherd's pie.
That's a 10 on the first roll and a 12 on the second roll, so 10 plus 7, 17.
Okay. Take your time. It's quite good. I mean, people would like to eat this. You know, whether you, I would say with your things, you know, it's competition, but no one would spit it out. People would find it good. You know, it'd be a good home meal. There, and you could even like probably, you know, put it on a few street corners, and people would buy it for lunch and that type of thing. It's pretty good.
Well, it's not my best dish I've ever made, Jackson, but
Can I try it?
try it.
Mm. Can I eat all of it?
Save some for the rest of us, but yeah, you can have most of it, sure. Few of us are going to need lunch.
Just for fun, Mortis, can you make an insight check real quick?
Sure. That's a, what's my insight? That's a 14.
Yeah. Jackson, whatever the opposite of a foodie is, that's Jackson. And he probably would have said this is the best thing he's ever had, regardless of how it turned out. But he looks very delighted to be eating this.
Mortis will just whisper to Ilvania, if you need to try out something new, I think Jackson will eat just about anything.
Yes, he will. She'll get a she'll prepare him a cuddle cake.
For me?
Yes.
Like between bites of a shepherd's pie, Jackson eats the cuddle cake.
Okay. So yeah, it's it tastes sort of like a cupcake at first, and then as you kind of just bite a little bit further into it, actually it's not too bad. It's got a lot of salt. It's sort of like some peanuts, and it's got that kind of flavor to it.
There's something here. Like, pairing this with the shepherd's pie? Nah, you don't understand. Like, it's like it.
Do you think we should put frosting on the shepherd's pie?
Well, no, like the salty peanut pie.
Oh,
Yeah. It's really good.
okay. What do you think, Mortis?
Salty peanuts on the shepherd's pie.
Like, just like, not the shell part, but like the peanut part, like inside, salted in the shepherd's pie.
I really
The
hope
plus.
none of the judges are allergic, because this could be really
Well, if
bad.
they're dead, they can't vote bad. So, I mean, they probably shouldn't be judges if they're allergic to things because they don't know what they're getting, right? Anything could be in these.
I don't know. I think you'd be allergic to anything.
I mean, oh man, that's true. So the judges are kind of like daredevils. I mean, they got to taste it, they got to eat it, and they could be allergic to something they didn't know about before.
Well, either way, Mortis, what do you think?
I'm not sure. I would like salty peanuts on a shepherd's pie. I don't see why not.
Do you need someone to test your cake?
I'll save that for the judges.
What if they're allergic?
I'll take my chances.
But what if they eat the halfway? Maybe they just get a piece. Maybe you just cut off a piece for them, and that's all they need because they're eating so much cake. They're only going to take one little bite anyway, right? I just need a slice.
Jackson, I think he can make you some more later.
Can you make me some more later?
You'll have to wait till later, yes.
Okay. I can probably wait till later. The cake.
You're as bad as Serafina.
I needed to maintain its presentation for the judges.
I need to walk out of the room. Do I go back into the tavern as the others are coming in?
Yeah, I think the others do arrive at this point. You were looking for them.
So, oh, this no shepherd's pie is really good.
That's great.
I was supposed to say something.
What kind of pie was it?
The shepherd kind.
Oh, okay.
No, there's not real shepherd in it.
No, I didn't think there was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this has been a really nice little kind of moment of brevity.
You know, it occurs to me, him eating that much might not have been such a good idea before he goes to a pie eating competition.
Well, I've just about got all of my stuff ready, and there's this huge table of everything from cakes to pies to pastries to decorative things.
Well, we found out some information.
Why'd you find out what the obelisk is?
I don't remember. But some lady from the Slayer's Cake is here. Which one was it?
Pike.
Oh, right. Pike.
Pike.
And
There it
at
is.
least he's heard of you.
Well, yeah, we met. Wait, no, we didn't. That was a different night.
Yeah.
No, we haven't met. I don't know who that is.
Badass name, like Pike. Like, I'm gonna pike my enemies.
Yeah.
What was she like?
She was
Super.
short. And Courtney, I think you said she didn't seem Fae, but she definitely seemed Fae. Like,
Who's
she
Courtney?
wasn't Fae, but she
Who's
seemed Fae.
Courtney?
Did I get that right? I'm sorry, Sayuri. I require more caffeine, apparently.
All I got's a pie.
Courtney or Sayuri?
She might not have come in yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't get what you said.
So I said that I think you said that she wasn't Fae, but she seemed Fae. Did I get that right?
Yeah, she has she's not Fae, but she has the attention span of Fae.
What does that mean?
She's energetic. She's happy. She's, Fae.
Alright,
But
that's
she's
not Fae.
biologically not Fae. LV, she said that somebody gave her one of your cuddle cakes and it was really good.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I just had one that had peanuts in it. And I guess it's a good thing I'm not allergic.
Well, that's great. I'm glad she liked it. I don't know who would have given it to her. Oh, then again, I have been giving out samples, so maybe she bought it in Western. I don't know. I don't remember. But then again, I see a lot of people.
And Urvalard, what is? We have a job for her. I am really confused with what happened. There was a line. There was a cow. Yeah.
She can have a shipment going to Whitestone, hire us as their escorts in the hopes
I
that
stole my idea.
traveling under the Slayer's Cake banner, so to speak, might give us some protection on the road.
So wait, do we know where the sister is?
Yeah, I have a map.
Oh. Okay, so great.
Well,
If
I
we have-
mean, it should, but it's not guaranteed that it actually sends us directly to her. So we'll see. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, if you have a map, then so the map shows us where to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so why aren't we going?
Because you guys are busy.
Well, if we just can wait. I mean, I can just drop this off and we can be on our way out of here.
Oh, but no, it's fine. You need to finish what you started.
Oh, I did finish. They're all done. She
Right.
shows this huge table of cakes and pies. All I've got to do is just, I guess, enter them, and I guess that's that.
What if one of them wins? How do you get your prize?
Who cares about the price? We're talking about saving somebody's life.
Are you sure?
Let me think. Do I want money or do I want to save someone's life? Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. She'll hand Bim the map because she can't read maps, and she knows Bim is pretty good at following directions.
Bim will say, "Hey, Mortis, come here. We have a map. You're the map guy. You're Map Dad, right? When we travel, people called you Map Dad. I didn't exactly understand it, but I think it meant that you know maps.
Can read maps.
Right.
Can
And
you
then Bim
not
will
read
observe you reading a map, hoping to learn how to read a map.
Well, this looks like the Alabaster Road, and we are here in the Turst Fields.
That's where Rumble was going. The Alabaster Road.
Oh,
And by the way, Siri and Bim and Durla, Elvie says that somebody some contact of hers told her that Rumble Guard was in the area. We should be prepared for an ambush.
This guy is sneaky. He hides in the shadows.
You know
So
what?
we'll fight him in the sun.
No, we fight him in the shadows. Why don't we hide in the shadows? Then we'll just.
I can't see in the shadows.
Do we find?
He literally disappears in the shadows.
Oh. I might have a spell for that. I'm not sure yet because I don't know all my spells because this was just kind of thrust on me. But I might have a spell for that.
Okay. But, I mean, whenever you, if you guys want to go, we'll need to come back to get the sugar shipment, right?
Where is it now?
Pike has it? I don't know.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Why don't y'all get the sugar packet? I'll drop these things off, and then I'll meet you with the sugar packet, and then we can all just get out of here.
You wouldn't have happened to have run into or seen where we enter these things, would you?
That's where Pike was. That was the line and the cow. Somebody had a really big cow. And somebody was like, move along, because we didn't have anything to enter. Oh, Pike said that the shipment would be a good cover for us going into Whitestone because people are looking for people. But I think that's more related to you, maybe, Urvalar? I don't... Again, a line, a cow.
Line?
I'm a wanted man.
Nice to be wanted
Right.
by people.
You told us that. So they're looking for you in Whitestone.
Even here now.
So the cover is we deliver the sugar and that gets us in without trouble.
Yeah.
Did Pike... Go ahead.
Yes?
This Rumbleguard fellow, he would not openly attack shipment good whose goods belong to Lady Vax and Lord Percival, would he?
He was kidnapping Faye out of Whitestone.
Yeah, he would. He's, rules not super important to him.
Wasn't
He just wants to turn my people into magical dust and sell it. Do you think sugar carts is where he draws the line? Sorry. Yeah.
What in the world?
Is it Rumble Guard that's attacking all the shipments that go to Whitestone? Didn't someone say something about that? Like,
Two people were too drunk to remember that. We don't know that because we didn't remember it.
oh yeah. Do we still have time for a
You're
party?
muted, Bobby.
I said, unless you just remembered it. Weeks later. Days later?
We have time for whatever you want to do, Jackson.
It was a joke. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to leave the festival?
Yeah, Albanian's got to go put all these on those different booths.
Yeah. About an hour for registration. Like
An hour of registration?
for 10 things? Yes.
Well,
I-
she,
I can eat a lot of pies in an hour.
Could two BIMs help her?
yeah, she
Two
enlists
BIMs are
some
really
help.
good at paperwork.
Jesus.
Yes. Yes.
Hour.
I'd be generous. You've never entered anything in the same thing.
This is a fantasy world.
I love it. Yeah, sure. You can help her. Good, take a good half an hour. Getting everything entered in and the forms signed and having to do the paperwork for not being in attendance. Where do you put like? Do you want to pick up anything you would win here, or do you want to pick it up elsewhere? Basically, there are options because they realize we have passed through here. There's an option for Westeron, Whitestone, and another city.
Well, I guess I would say Whitestone because that's
Okay.
sort of one of the places she's definitely heading toward.
Okay.
She'd say the Slayer's Cake in Whitestone is where she would say because that she's definitely going there at some point.
Okay.
That's such a good introduction. Like you show up and you're like, "Oh, hey, I'm just here to collect my first place winnings for my staff."
They're
You
like,
happen to have that?
"No, you didn't win."
Like, no, I'm pretty sure I won.
Not a great introduction.
Well, I mean, how,
All right.
how would they notify you that you won? Magic.
You would just check, basically.
I'll go in to check for you. And be like, can you tell me who won the prize? I was curious. And then if you won, then I can come back and tell you. And then you can roll in like, collect my winnings. But all cool, like.
Well, I mean,
Like
Realms
casual.
First should come in first place.
I know. It's in the name.
Okay. So you had that conversation, and then are you trying to do anything with that sugar thing? Do you want to try to make that work with Pike, or do you just sort of go, you know what, she's busy, and we're just going to start going north?
Either or. I mean, right now, I think we have a pressing matter, and if she was able to, cool. If not,
I guess it's how quickly can Pike get that organized and get us on the road is the question.
Yeah, you should probably ask her. do you kind of?
I mean, it might come with a wagon, so that would be.
Yeah.
a
Do you
plus.
pursue that? Is the thing? Do you want to look into that over there?
I think I would send her a message. Or
Okay. Well, you can get close to her and find her and message her if you wanted to, so you're not wasting spell slots.
Look
while
to your
I'm-
6 o'clock. Over.
You can respond to this message.
We found some information. We need to leave now. Wait, do I still have 25? Should I be counting on?
It's a small message. It's just a short message. I don't think there's an actual word, but it can't be too long.
But you can send a few. It's a cantrip. So
Yeah.
do your thing. Do your thing.
We've got a dire situation that we need to attend to. We kind of need to leave immediately. Is there any aid you can give us on our way to Whitestone? You can reply back.
Wow. She kind of thinks for a second. Okay. And you see, makes her excuses, and she will get a cart, basically a wagon together, purchases one, and purchases paint. Goes, okay, decorate it for the Slayer's Cake. And here's some stuff. We don't have time to get anything, so let's just hope they don't check to make sure you actually are carrying anything. If you really have to go,
Thank you.
good luck.
So I'm
Like-
guessing kind of outside of everybody's view, we're gonna paint this together.
Question: are they giving us a wagon?
Yes.
Okay, so how long would it take them to put together that paperwork? Because I was just thinking we would be saving time by taking the wagon, right?
It doesn't get you there faster.
Than
Yeah.
walking?
No. Travel
Oh.
speed is travel speed.
Gotcha.
So land travel, no matter whether you ride a horse or you go through, because it all evens out, because there's only so much effort you can make for 8 hours, and basically, if you're a land traveler, it's just the same amount of distance.
Right. I guess what I was asking was, like, if we came on the road and there's like wolves or something, we would be able to outrun them with a wagon better than on foot, right? Or is that?
You could, I mean, you'd have the speed of the 2 horses, anywhere from a halved or quartered, because of the wagon. I mean, we'd have to see what the speed of the animals would be.
Okay.
So
So
potentially, I mean, definitely you'd probably move a little faster than you could in a sprint, but you don't get there quicker.
And just to understand, I think, or the way I'm understanding it, is more of a way to get me into Whitestone smuggled.
Yes, this is more like she because you're having these quick conversations. Even then, she's like got to get back to stuff. It's like there seems to be something going on. Why she would want to do this.
So do we have everything? Like registration, wagon?
Yeah. What she will do is she'll go, here you go. And goes around touching, like she puts her hands out and she begins to pray, and this burst of yellow light flows around all of you. She goes, protect
When
them.
she puts her hand up, is she close enough to high five?
Yeah, you kind of do that. Goes, oh, right on. And this Baith of Light, she goes, Everlight, protect them.
Oh.
And all of you are under the effect of Death Ward.
Cool. Just in case it matters later, Moritus would also register his cake and fill out the paperwork.
Yeah, you got it.
And also would have his prize money sent to the Slayer's cake.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right. In that case, anything? Then anything else before you try to leave? All right. So it is again now. Oh yeah, you arrived in the morning. So you're getting tired because you're coming on your 24 hours. Your 16 hours of being up. Because this was like you're arriving into town from a day of traveling.
Yeah. I'm good to keep going until camping at nightfall.
Yes, Christian, do you want to push that and roll for exhaustion, those types of things?
Yeah, because I think the horses are fine right now. So
So if you're, yeah, you're probably, I would say actually in the wagon, you're probably all right. I think we can call it that at least for this one. So yeah, you move in and you begin your trek along the Alabaster Road, and moving into the Parchwood. Once more, you can see little pods of bears moving about, including one that seems to have a good amount of armor upon them. They're seeming to have meetings between each
Do
other.
I recognize that bear from the picture in
Yeah, you do. You see, it looks like the bear from the picture.
Oh, I didn't get to meet him. That's Percival and Lady DeRollo's bear. She points it out. I don't know his name, but isn't he cute?
There's
Yes,
so
and-
many questions.
Apparently skilled at wearing armor. You don't see that every. Actually, you don't see a bunch of bears plotting. They're plotting, right? Does it seem like they're plotting?
Maybe they're just having a work meeting. They have a what is it called whenever people band together to get better work hours and stuff?
They're forming a bear union.
A guild?
Bear guild or a bear union, yeah. Maybe they have a bear union going on to get better hours, better honey pay.
A union of bears.
Hi, DeRolo's bear, as she waves at him. So cute.
Was he at one of the posters?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose that would be normal for the Feywild.
I don't see why it wouldn't be abnormal here, but yeah.
I mean, we've got 2 rabbits and an elephant walking around, so we're hardly one to talk.
We do?
I have no reason to believe this is not the first time this party has met this bear.
Well, all the other people who have met this bear are no longer part of the party, so yeah.
That's true. So the party hasn't met the bear, just Siri.
I didn't actually meet the bear because the bear wasn't there
Oh, that's
whenever
right.
I was there, yeah. And it would have been me and Mortis, Siri and Mortis, who met the bear, but neither of us were there. Or
We saw the paintings, what I mean.
yeah, we saw the painting.
Yeah. All right. So continue. And then your first trek up into the you just sort of make it to where the parchwood is beginning in earnest. Before it would be time even for the horses to take their rest. And if you want to do a cottage, you can definitely find a space suitable for that. And
Okay.
is there any way you want to do the night or this afternoon? Kind of. Well, we're going to just sort of get you on a good sleep schedule at this point after this. But any way you want to do the watches for your conversations or anything else?
Jackson will take a watch with Herbalor. Doesn't matter when, but
Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that if we want to do Jackson or Villa right now.
and
First.
as all
First,
oh yeah, first watch every time. Good call. Yes.
sorry.
Nah, I like it. I like where your head's at. And as always, it's Harper that's keeping a lookout while Jackson looks like he's not paying attention at all. He is he's over there like with some of the bread, like practicing cutting it. It is still really bad.
That's quite an effort.
Well, like earlier, I was trying to help Elvie with her like cooking preparations and stuff, and I don't think I was doing a very good job. So I was, oh wait, can you speak Sylvan? That's another thing I have to practice. You can?
I can.
Oh, yes. Can you help me? Can you help me learn how to speak Sylvan?
course.
Yes. So then Bim is helping me, and you're helping me, and Sheen is helping me. Man,
Sheen is helping you?
yeah, like he's cool about it because I talked to him because like he's the Bim, and so I thought if we're now in charge of like a whole Fey domain kind of thing, I should probably learn how to speak Sylvan. And so Sheen was nice enough to help me learn.
It is always good to speak the language of the troops you command.
Right? Yeah, that's going to be important later on. And I was kind of bummed because I thought like me and Sheen could like race, and so you could learn Sylvan faster, but he already knows it, so catching up.
I mean, it is good for you to learn.
Okay. So, what's a good place to start? Maybe like the alphabet. Is there a Sylvan alphabet?
I think so. Matt, I don't know. Like my character knows Sylvan, but I don't know Sylvan. So I think
it's fairly close, yeah.
well, let's start with simple words. And he would say
Wait, can we start with words that I might need to like command troops?
That's actually a great idea. I was going to start with much simpler.
Oh, maybe that's best.
Like you, me, food.
Bathroom. Where's the bathroom?
Bathroom.
Yeah.
You know, things that you would normally learn as a child and progress from there. But we can definitely, attack, retreat.
No, I don't need that one.
First.
Yeah. That's it. That's the first one. What's that one?
And he'll say it in Sylvan. First.
Okay. Just start repeating that. Good stuff. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
Go from there, just kind of saying it in Sylvan, trying to slow it up so that he can hear the different accentuations and everything like that. And hopefully it takes.
Which is the word Esta.
Esta.
Esther? Well, I had an aunt named Esther.
Say her name again?
Esther.
Oh my God, was your aunt Sylvan? Was she named in Sylvan?
Maybe. Well, I never thought of that. But
That
because
was
I
a
never
perfect
been
pronunciation.
faithful. And he spells it out, and it's Ester.
Oh, he'll just kind of take the ER and just do an A, and I don't know if it's got a H or not, but
there you go.
Oh, okay, guess not. So it's Esther, not Esther.
No. Okay, hold on. Writes the ER again. Say it again.
Esther.
That's how you say it.
Well, yeah, like Esther, but if it's just an A, it's Esther.
Well, we might have to have you learn phonetically. That means instead of the actual spelling, it's how you pronounce it in your original tongue. So if Esther is the way you read Esta, then it's not necessary. It's incorrectly written, but it is not incorrect the way you say it.
Okay. This is going to be more of a challenge than I thought. But I'm going to get there. Perseverance first. Esther. Not Esther. This is going good. And that's it.
All right, there's that. And any other? Was there any other watches that would like to happen?
During Sayuri's watch, she wants to communicate with Wu in the key that she has. See if she can communicate with that entity.
Mhm. Okay, so she kind of whispers. Yeah. Oh, hello again.
Oh, I'm sorry it took so long for me to get back to you. A lot has happened.
It's all right. I was aware. I'm glad you are still safe.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go back or go confront, maybe confront Rumbleguard.
Hmm. Who is this Rumbleguard?
He's a hunter of Fae. He's the one that I guess you could say he's the one that had me kidnapped.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah. He is. I want to say he's a bad man. He's done a lot of bad things, but I also think what happened to him has scared him, and he's made a lot of bad decisions, and he's in cahoots with a very bad organization. But he has my sister.
This makes sense. Then I could attempt to help you, if you so wish.
I think we need all the help we can get with this endeavor. He hides in the dark. He hides in shadows. He's smart. This man is smart.
See.
If you have any suggestions or any way you can help out, I just feel like I've been messing everything up more than I've been actually doing anything right. So I mean, I don't know what to do anymore.
If my help must always come in the form of a bond.
Mm-hmm.
You wish to agree to find something with me. I can allow you to see anything that wishes to not be seen. Once for an hour.
I think that helped. would be worth me helping you.
Then, Queen of the Fae, make the promise, and all you need to do after that is say, I demand to see. And what is visible will be made aware to you.
I promise to help you find what you're searching for.
And there's a rush of adrenaline and energy. You feel your chest. And now, for once, without material components, really just verbal, you can cast True Seeing upon yourself once.
That'll help out a lot. How did you get stuck in this key anyway?
Long story.
Well, we've got 4 hours.
I'm not so much stuck as this key as I am this key, and I've been made into it. The most powerful, to make things truly powerful, it takes spirits or souls to act as their core. And I loved my master very much and volunteered.
That was very brave of you.
Protected him for a long time before he was overpowered and I was scattered.
Are we looking for other pieces of you?
Yes, I wish to be whole once more.
I can understand that. My sister's broken too, so
And you understand.
yeah. We'll help you out. I'll help you out even if I have to ditch these goons. But we'll get you together again.
Thank you, though be careful. You might, these goons, as you say, might be
They're
your
good people.
pieces.
They're good people. And I say that I might have to ditch them, but the likelihood of me doing that is very, very, very slim to none.
I understand.
But we'll get you taken care of.
Good. All right. Anything else? All right. Any other watches?
Oh, Vanya takes one.
Okay. Who would like to do that with Ivania?
I haven't taken one, so I can take one.
Okay. Any conversations or anything?
I don't have anything particular that I want to discuss, but I'm open to it.
Anything that Ivania would start then?
Bim.
Yeah.
What do you think?
About anything in particular, or just like what's randomly floating through my head?
Well, Who are you?
Oh. Um, who I am is different than who I used to be. Before I was Bim, who liked to, who chose to leave the Feywild and just wander the material plane, seeing sights, meeting people. Apparently, I was also stealing chairs, but I didn't know that I was doing that. And just, hanging out with animals in the woods. Then I learned that the home I left may be completely destroyed. It's currently under siege. Its people are scattered here unwillingly and are being hunted down. So I am a person who wants to get his home back, get his people back to that home now. Less the person who just wants to wander and find fun. I guess that's who I am now.
And how are you planning to do that?
Well, I mean, we were told about these magical items we were supposed to find, and then we had some, and then we lost them, and then Sayuri was granted to be heir of this archfey who died, but then sort of came back, and then apparently there is another, this shiny person I've never met, but he's apparently now also heir to the throne, or is one of these powers that can help reinforce the magic of the Feywild to help beat back the Shadowfell, like Sayuri is. You will not. This is very confusing. Your predecessor, Honeystar, was able to actually go back and reclaim her realm, and it's currently protected. I think the Dream Realm is currently protected, but I don't know. It's all very confusing. I mean, activating the Dreamwell, I guess, sort of helped Sayuri solidify herself and her power in the realm of dreams, but there are many other parts where Fae are suffering under the shadow, people from the Shadowfell, and I don't really know how to do it, but I also don't feel like I'm doing enough that I'm not helping.
Well, my, what you call predecessor. So she goes back to this Fey realm, right?
Mhm.
And she fights and she runs an army, and apparently over 100 years go by and she's fighting and fighting and fighting, and then she comes back. Why did she come back?
She came back to try and resolve things with Rumbleguard. Oh wait, and also she promised that she promised somebody aid. Was it somebody aid? She had an army. There were goblins.
Yeah, I know about them.
That was the first time we saw her, but then we were ultimately going to meet her again in Westruun, where she knew, or we knew, Rumbleguard was. And then that went really terrible.
After
We
she
lost
saved
her.
everybody, right?
Right, she saved everybody back there when we were having a run with the League about the dragon orb thing.
Right. Why do you think she did that?
Because she promised somebody that she would do that.
She promised somebody she would come back and save you.
Well, I don't, not specifically us. So
You think it was Urver?
no, it was. Jackie, I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. My brain will not pull up the name that I need.
Who are you trying to think of?
Your character from the River. No, was the Rivermont tribe?
Mhm.
Minala?
Nala.
Nala. Names. Nala. Nala called her.
Nala called her?
Yeah.
She doesn't mention Nala.
That's interesting. Because I'm pretty sure Nala reached out.
You want to know some of the things she shared?
Sure.
Well, apparently, according to her, she was kind of exhausted from the fighting and knew that her realm was probably going to fall apart, and didn't know where to turn, but she remembered one name, and it was Urivir. And she said in the letter that she went back to the plains to try to find people like him who might help. And that led her to forming alliances, and she got this, and she takes out this badge in her hand. Apparently this is something she got when she was on a whole other area. I don't know, I've never been there. Rothold. And then she remembered Rumbleguard. And so she tried to reach out and save Rumbleguard. And she said she had high hopes that it would work and that he would be receptive to fixing things. That's what she kept saying. She said she had a way to fix it. And I think I know what she was talking about now. I think that's why she wrote this. And she pulls out the other letter. The one for Urivir.
Oh.
I think she thought Urivir could bring back Rumbleguard's kid. I haven't opened this, but I'm tempted to every day. And all I keep thinking about is, why would she go and meet him alone? If that was her plan. Unless maybe that's all I'm supposed to be. Maybe I'm just a delivery person. Maybe that's literally why she gave me all of this stuff, was to make sure this got to him. And I feel like I need to talk to her. And so I found out I can. I haven't yet. But Rumbleguard has something that would open that communication. The problem is, I don't know how to get it off of Rumbleguard to ask her that, and then to send this to where it needs to be to fix it before it's too late.
Um, I can definitely see that is a tricky situation.
Well, it's even more tricky than that. Because this whole time I was asking myself, why didn't she just... I mean, she literally saved all of you. Why would she give this to me? And I think I know now. Let me ask you a question. If you had a choice, you could redeem this horrible person who has slaughtered all of these people. Or you could kill him right now and end it. I mean, I don't know which one you would choose, them, but I know which one I would. I think she wanted someone who wasn't affected. She chose me because I'm not even Fae. I mean, I'm affected. I'm just... I told you earlier what my thoughts are. I told you earlier who I am. And if there's someone who needs help, I'll always try to help them. And maybe when I said it, I kind of started thinking about what she said in the letter, and then it just sort of started clicking. Maybe that's the whole reason I'm here. And maybe when I do it, it's all over. Maybe it passes on to one of her actual children, and that would be fine with me. If she could give me just a place for me and my kid to live in their realm, that would be fine. But you know more about Fae stuff than I do, and I don't know anything about Fae stuff, let's be honest. But I mean, there's a reason I haven't transformed into a Fae, right? There's a reason I'm still me. I'm still this, carrying around a letter. I have this magic, which is awesome magic. I barely know how to use it, and yet I'm using it. It's almost like somebody's helping me use it. And I think it's why Line and Shine guy hasn't contacted me. I think it's why I'm being pushed in this direction. And I think it's why I'm here with you. I think it's why I'm having to accompany you all. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about the whole thing. Maybe she really just did truly pick somebody at random in the crowd. I mean, from what I understand, that doesn't necessarily go against her MO. So
you Your words definitely speak of a sound plan, and definitely not something I would put past her, but also sometimes Faye do random things, but I don't believe that it was random strong enough to dismiss what you're saying. And
By the way, I'm not saying that we don't do what you all want to do. I'm just saying, what if there's something extra we can do while we're there? For example, you all go in, you want to fight Rumbleguard, we fight Rumbleguard. But the kid is the mistake. That was my predecessor's mistake. Maybe I'm here to correct that somehow. I mean, I don't have the power to do that. But I'm sure there's someone else. If there's not this Ervir person, there's probably other people out there who can help.
I mean, I've definitely heard of clerics and powerful druids who can do that, especially no matter how much time has passed. I mean, it is a possibility, and if that is, I could see that as being what Honeystar saw as a mistake and wanting to correct that. I can see that.
Anyway, I guess I just was coming to you for advice because I know you advise Sayuri and you don't advise me, but I'd still appreciate help.
Yeah, I'm happy to offer advice, but if I'm being 100% honest, this was all above me before. Like, I wasn't part of a court. I mean, honestly, I just assumed the Feywild would continue and go on the way it ever always has. So I didn't get involved. So I'm doing my best to draw on my memories, but if everything were the way it was in the Feywild, I definitely would not be an advisor to a queen. But I'm just trying to do my best for the Feywild, and I'm happy to offer you advice, and I hope it will be sound advice. But I do think that your reasoning and your thought process, I think it does hold a lot of merit.
Good, because I was starting to think I was going insane.
There are days that I feel like I'm going that way. I mean, you saw the whole card incident, right?
Well, I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Yeah. Oh, I should probably, give an official apology instead of just saying, oh, sorry.
You're very wise. I can see why Sayuri picked you.
Thanks. I'm hoping I can do. I think we'll all be okay.
I hope so.
That's your watch then?
Yep.
All right. Then you come upon a new day and ready to travel north following the map. And that is where we'll end for tonight and come back next week. Everyone watching, thank you so much, and we will see you then on Todore.
Good night.